Hi, this is Julie with Deep Soul Counsel, and I have a message for you. If you do what you always did, you'll get what you always got. Um, what I'm getting is many of you are at a place where you have to like make a choice. There's some sort of crossroad, and you literally have to make a choice. However, the tricky thing is that there's some familiarity on one side, so you might be tempted to think, "Oh my goodness, they appeared in my life." And it is fate, it is faith, it is, it is magical that this person is now back in my life. Or, oh my goodness, look at this opportunity. And it's presenting itself at the right time. And I don't mean to be a dream killer, but what I'm getting is like, make the new choice. If it's truly a new opportunity that doesn't feel familiar at all, take that opportunity. Do not step into something that kind of feels like something you did before. Don't step into a dance with someone who reminds you of someone who you've been with before. The past has a tricky way of repeating itself, and it'll continue to do so until you learn the lesson that you need to learn from that experience. Familiarity is not your friend right now. You understand? If she came back into your life, and she used to treat you crappy, she used to, treat you bad, he treats you bad, whichever, and they're back in your life, odds are they're not back in your life because it's some beautiful, magical moment of fate. They're back in your life to test you. Do you want to go around in that circle again, or are you ready to move on and make room for someone who can truly appreciate you for the person that you are, for the being that you are? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, you keep stepping into this trap because it feels familiar, right? And you feel like, wow, I have experience because it feels familiar. I've been there before. I'm going to take the safe way. The safe way is not to go. The safe way is what has you going in circles. The safe way is like not listening to your intuition and just following patterns that you have followed in the past. What I'm getting is like, you cannot, like, okay, so this may mean you might have to be by yourself for a while. And some of you say, wow, I've been by myself for years. I'm really ready for somebody. But if you keep attracting people who don't see your worthiness, then truth bomb. You're not ready for someone else. Do you understand? And it's really hard when we have friends who are going through relationship after relationship and they're getting treated like, like dirt. And we try to tell them, we try to bring the truth to them and they don't listen. So what? That's their journey. That's their lesson. If they want to go in circles, let them be. But don't let that have any influence on what you do or the decisions that you make. What I'm also getting is like the need to not only make a choice, but to follow your intuition into that new choice, something that doesn't feel familiar at all. If you go into a place and even one thing reminds you of something that felt uncomfortable from the past, that's your indicator to get the hell out. Now, you don't have to. Here's the thing. I'm just helping by channeling a message to you. If for some reason you don't take this suggestion, you don't take this seriously, that's okay. That just means you're not ready to move forward. But some of you are, and some of you need to hear this because this will be the sign that you've been waiting for to not go back into that relationship. They did not come back into your life because it's fate and you're meant to be together. They came back into your life to test you and see if you're going to fall for that again, right? They're not testing you. The universe is testing you. And you know what? We need people like that in our life. Because if nobody ever hurt us, how in the world could we ever learn to forgive, right? If nobody ever pushed us or pissed us off or tested us, how would we ever learn patience? We need those kind of people in our life. And knowing what you don't want helps you decide what you do want. So we have to go through those experiences, all right? And if you choose to keep going there longer, then, I'll be here probably with another video. And eventually, when people are ready, they let go. But it's like you're afraid to take this new way. You're afraid to take this new job. You're afraid to meet people in a new environment. You're afraid for this or that because you haven't done it before. But that's the good thing about you haven't done it before, because if you do what you've done before, you're going to keep repeating these patterns and get the same result in a different way. And some of you are in denial about that. Some of you guys just need to open your eyes and see how much in denial you actually are. To what degree of denial are you in? Right? And I'm not saying that I'm this perfect person and I have the right to tell you this or that. I'm just trying to channel and interpret into words, right? I'm trying to channel the energy that I'm getting and translate that into spoken word, into English spoken word. So everything that I say to you, trust me, I watch my videos as well. And I also know that they can benefit me too. I am talking to everybody, including myself, right? Just because I am the instrument doesn't mean that I don't need to also hear the melody. I also need to hear the melody, and I also heed and listen to the advice that pours through me during these videos. So let's break it down before we end the video. I am here to tell you that Spirit sees that you need to make a choice. An important choice needs to be made, and you're afraid of making the wrong choice. And it's almost like you don't know. It's like your intuition. I feel like a lot of it too is you're quieting your intuition and trying to convince yourself of something else, right? So intuition and fear, there's two separate distinctions. People sometimes have a really hard time understanding the difference between intuition and fear, okay? Intuition feels good. So if your intuition tells you to do this, whatever it is, when you think about doing that, which you feel your intuition is leading you to do, it feels good. Fear, on the other hand, is when, and fear, there's nothing wrong with fear. Fear is a biological response. It keeps us alive, right? Fear, when you feel fear, think about what you're feeling fear about. When you think about that image, if it makes you fearful, then that's not your intuition. That is fear. You understand? So I'm getting the need to make a choice, but you say, I don't know what choice to make. I don't know what choice to make. Well, you can start by feeling it and saying, okay, take the two decisions that need to be made and think about the first one. How does it make you feel? Think about the second one. How does it make you feel? Which one makes you feel better? Which one brings fear when you think about it? Now, those of you who are ready to move from the familiar path and go on through the new journey, it shouldn't be a fear. If you're truly following your intuition, it should be not a fear, but like it's almost like an excited adrenaline, right? Like somebody who's going to bungee jump and they haven't jumped out of the plane yet. You know that fear where they sit there and they wait and they wait and they wait and they try to convince themselves to jump and then they jump. But it's not so much of a fear. It's like this adrenaline, right? When you feel that adrenaline, that's a good thing. But when you feel fear, that's just leading you back into more things that are going to make you feel more fearful. It's like just manifesting fear on top of fear on top of fear on top of fear. Don't make a decision out of fear. Oh, well, I'm going to make this decision because I'm afraid I won't have this. I'm going to make this decision because I'm afraid I won't have that. No, what you're going to do by making a decision out of fear is attract to yourself more fear. You're going to be a fear magnet. So let's not go there, okay? Let's say, I don't know the answer, but I'm going to follow my intuition because there is something inside of me that does know the answer. And I have got to have faith in that. Do you understand? There's something inside of you that is more powerful than anything that stands before you. But if you're not connected to that, you're going to feel fearful. You're going to feel unworthy. You have to connect to that. Do you understand? And so when you're going into making this choice, connect to that part of you that never dies and was never born. Connect to that part of you, the all that is. Do you understand? You were created from something that created itself from itself. All right, and maybe you're a little earthbound and you don't feel inspired and you don't feel worthy and you don't feel good, and you go into your environment and other people are confirming why you don't feel worthy. You look at other people's life and you're comparing them, subconsciously comparing others to yourself, and they make you feel unworthy. So then we say, oh, no, I'm going to stay in my house and not go out, because then there'll be less challenge. I won't have to see other people who make me feel unworthy. I won't have to talk to other people that feel unworthy. Ooh, what's coming through right now? Hold on, they just interrupted me. Some of you guys need to be okay with being in your own damn company. You have got to learn to love your own company. You may say, I have. If you always have to have a fan going or a TV going or all this noise going, you're addicted to noise. When you have that much noise, you can't hear that voice inside of you. So you know what's going to happen if you can't hear? It's going to start to fucking scream. If you still don't hear the scream, then it manifests itself through illnesses, either emotionally or physically. Do you understand? You've got to learn to love your own company, your own self. And from that place, pick up a meditation practice, because that's also going to help with your intuition. Okay? I love you guys so much. I tell you what, like this video, and please share it if you feel like it could help somebody else. I'm going to have to rewatch it because I don't even remember what I said. I really, and I talk so fast. People say, why do you talk so fast, Julie? Can't even understand you. Is it because you're bilingual and you can speak Spanish? No, it's not. It's because I've got to spit it out as fast as it comes. I'm afraid that I'm going to miss something if I don't. I feel like I'm going to miss something. Like if I don't talk as fast as it comes, then I'm going to miss. And it's not a fear, like a bad fear. It's like, I want to be truthful and honest with you. And I want no blasphemy to come from my mouth. And if I'm going to channel a message for you, I want it 100% all to come through. I don't want to lose any little piece of it, because it could be the very piece that is the most important for you to hear it, or them to hear it, or this person or that person. I don't want, if I'm going to be an instrument, I want to be a clean instrument, an instrument that is going to, you're going to hear the whole piece. Do you understand? Not just pieces of it. So that's why I talk really fast. I try to talk as fast as it's coming. Not only that, but there's currents moving up and down my body as well. So, and that just comes with that just comes with doing what I do. And a lot of you who are healers and intuitives and empaths, you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay? Let's start a conversation. If you have anything that you want to say, comment below. I will answer as many people as I can. If you want to, what choices do you need to make? Let us know. Let me know. Okay? Or if you've gotten through this and you've made a choice, what advice do you have for others? You can put that down below as well. Okay? But like this video, share it. I love you so much, and I will be back on the minute that I have another message. Bye, guys.